Hey there everyone, in this video we're going to look a bit more at connecting up your RC2TG into your tank, and specifically using your standard Turnigy 9X receivers and connecting to a Mako to get your battle speed reduction. Okay, I've got a tank set up there, but before we do that I'll run through the connections here on this baby. Okay, this is your RC2TG. Now I'm starting to supply both the RC2TG and the RC5HL with this style connector because it's a lot simpler than 5 servo leads. Okay, now basically that's for the 5 servo leads, but realistically you only need your ground, your positive voltage, and then your signal wires which run down here. So if you get one of these leads in your package, this is how you connect it up. Okay. On these connectors, okay, the red is going to be your positive signal, the brown is going to be your earth, and the orange is the signal. Okay, so use that as channel number 1 and plug that in like so onto your RC2TG board. Okay, so we've got ground on the outside, positive supply on the middle pin, and then your signal pin, as usual, is closest to the main microcontroller. You can then follow in order. So a bit hard to do this here with this. So channel 1, and make sure you get these connections right. And it's a little bit harder to set up. Well, not really. Connection 1, connection 2, and it's going to be a boring video with me here trying to stick pins into 3 and number 5. Okay, so that's how you want to connect. Okay, with keeping everything in line. Okay, see everything is not crossed over. So you have signal number 1, channel 2, 3, 4, and 5, all down the row of pins closest to the microcontroller. Okay, so that's how you connect up one of those cables to your RC2TG, and if you can extrapolate, there's a big word, to your, because it'll be around like that, with your RC5HL. Okay, now, as I said before, we're going to use one of these Turnigy receivers. Now, the Turnigy receiver is an odd beast, so there's a few things we need to remember to do. First up, with your RC2TG, you've got to make sure that you have a jumper applied across these 2 pins. Okay, this will let the microcontroller know that you're using one of these receivers. So that's very important. The other thing we need to remember is with these receivers is to swap around channel 2 and channel 3. So when we connect up the receiver here, okay, this is channel 1, signal pin is to the top, so we plug in channel 1 like so. Now the next one, the yellow wire, well, it is channel 2, but we want to swap that around. So we'll put the yellow wire into 3, and then the green wire, put that into 2, and that will swap around your channels 2 and 3. So that's very important for you. Oh, I'm going out. There we go. Okay, it's very important to remember to do that with these receivers. Okay, what am I doing here? One. Okay, so swapped around channel 2 and channel 3. And then channel 4 and 5 go in as usual. Okay, so there we have how to connect up to the receiver. Okay, so again, it's on the signal, make sure they're all on the signal wire, signal pin, and you've swapped around channels 2 and channel 3. And that's how you would set up that for your RC2TG. Okay, and again, remember you've got the jumper selected across there. To connect up to your Mako, okay, you use a MAMBA connection, and it's a single wire, so it's a little snake. That's why it's a MAMBA, snaking around. Okay, on your Mako 2, the M pin here stands for, well, Manta or Mako. Okay, and again, as usual, the pin that is closest to the microcontroller, which isn't on this board yet, is your signal pin. So you connect up like so. Okay, so there's your MAMBA connected to your Mako. Now, the pin that you connect up on your RC2TG board is, if we can get a close-up, well, let's see if we can get it close-up and I'll get it in focus. Okay, yeah, fantastic. Is the RX pin. See, the program RX pin is where you connect up your MAMBA. Okay, so that they're connected up like so will provide speed reduction for your RC2TG board. Okay, so let's have a look at it in focus and in action. So we'll whip on our radio here. While that is all whipping on, we will turn on our tank. Now you'll notice if everything's going right, the light will flash there and then it'll start blinking really rapidly when everything's good to go. The light on your Teijin unit will go solid. Okay, you might not have seen the hammerhead here, but that's gone through the program period and everything's ready to fire up. So on your, this is the programming you need to do for your 9XR. You want that switch in the up position to provide 100% on channel 5, and in the down position minus 100% on channel 5. A bit different to the RC5HL. Turn on is up, to turn off is down. Okay, so it's different. On, off. So let's turn on. And as usual, nice and loud. So I won't even bother turning it down, I'll just try and talk over it. Okay, so there she is running. Let's have a look at our top speed without any reduction. Now look at that wire go. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually shoot a couple of times because it's very hard to see the reduction because it's gradual over the steps. So we're going to shoot the tank down to the last hit before death. And as you can see, I have not got the ATARC connection for the Mako on here, so you can actually see the hits. That's 2, 3, and okay. So 1 hit away from death. I think by doing that, you'll see the speed reduction. So let's go to full throttle again. I don't know how clear it is there, but the speed is reduced with battle damage. Now it may look like it's not reduced a lot, but trust me, when you've got this tank on carpet or on grass, you will certainly notice the speed reduction there. Okay, so that's how you connect up your RC2TG, your Mako with the MAMBA, and using the Turnigy 8-channel receivers. This is a long video, but we're finally done.